Hey, with the affirmations to enjoy your day with. I am who masters me. I embody mastery. Naga's rising cavalry. The netters are my batteries. I got my discipline. My source comes from within. Root chakra grounded in the cosmos so infinite. Nagas through my veins. Currencies flow through ligaments. Another netta instrument. Manifest me dividends. I'm on my mastery. Self-doubt is blasphemy. I'm the God I ask for me, connected to my astral dreams. I summon other beings, all facets of me. Magician part my meaning. My purpose is the alchemy. I am numero uno, Raishi on my mind, lion's mane, big on sumo, Babalao aligned with Pluto. We kick back like judo, karma licks back from Pluto. Heart on a feather, that represents my new growth. Trusting me is crucial, the God in me is do show. I'm bigger than your economics, politics, and Google. My omnipresence is the true show, all the world is stage. Allow my authentic self to be the sage. Fumigating parasites all up in my space. Cause I am who masters me. I embody mastery. I'm bigger than indoctrinations. Naga's rising cavalry. I am who masters me. I embody mastery. I'm bigger than the situation. Nettas are my battery. I am who masters me. I embody mastery. Naga's rising cavalry. The nettas are my battery.
You already know the vibes. It's Naga. Today's title, Naga's Thoughts. We getting into that Incremental Science 5. So let's do it. You already know the vibes, man. You can waste no time and talk no bullshit. We're just gonna get right into it. All right. Share the screen real quick. It's Incremental Science 5.
Yeah, I can't wait for nobody. I'm just gonna keep putting the knowledge out. If people want it, it's there. If you don't like it or it's not for you, you don't have to watch it. But I'm noticing there's a few people around that's interested in the things I have to say. And I'm gonna do this specifically for y'all just because you like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not give it to the people who actually feeling it? I don't gotta get no ratio. Like Divine reached out and was like, nah, I keep giving that out. No matter what nobody say, what they think, you put what I gave you out to put out because it's a reason why you putting it out, right? So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep doing this. So we're gonna get into this incremental science real quick. Number 5, you know what I'm saying? This is the meditation and distraction aspect of incremental science. All right. So let's get into it. Number 1, when you get into meditation, and see, I kind of learned this years ago because I took Tai Chi for like 7 years in my early 20s. And what I took was it's a form of Tai Chi called medical Qigong. It's about like the energy and meditation and stuff of that matter. So what I learned when I was doing this meditation years ago was breathing. And most people when they breathe, they think you gotta breathe in, you just breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. No, we learned to breathe in 2 times, like 2 ways. You get to breathe and fill your stomach up, and you get to breathe and fill your chest up at the same time. So you fill your chest up, right? Your chest full, and then you fill your stomach up. Now you really full of air. Now you really full of air. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can actually get that practice down. It took a long time for me to do that. When I first tried it, it was hard. You know what I'm saying? To actually do it in rotation, filling up your air in your chest and then filling up the air in your stomach at the same time. So if you can master that, you get a better airflow. So you want to breathe in through your mouth and out through your nose. This is going to start your meditation. This is how you're going to relax. This is going to open up chemical processes in your brain to get that, to get that energy flowing, right? So that's the first step. You're going to breathe in and out when you're in the meditation. You don't have to sit a particular way. I just drew it like this because it speaks to the aspect of sitting. You know what I'm saying? You can sit how you want. I sit a lot of different. I sit in a chair. Sometimes I lay down. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on how I'm feeling. It's up to you. Number 2, second thing that happens is when you get into your meditation, if you breathe it correctly, you're going to notice this. The first thing that's going to take place is you're going to get current thoughts. You're going to get memories and what desires in your heart. These things are going to come out of nowhere. You're going to start seeing visualizations of future places. You're probably going to be ideas of what you think you want in your.
Yo, and that right there be deep because it's like, you know what I'm saying? As soon as you get into that meditation, like you think you about to meditate and then everything that you wasn't even think about just come out of nowhere. You like, yo, what the fuck? I ain't even trying to be thinking about this right now, but it'll show his face. And particularly you'll have like attention breaks. Like your attention will break in so many different aspects. And you know what I'm saying? Like you don't even know what you didn't even know that these thoughts was heavy into your mind. These thoughts are like really gauging the outlook of how you move through life. And majority of the time, that's why people be stunting on that. Like a lot of people be fronting about their spirituality walk, you know what I'm saying? Because you ain't really kick your own ass. Like you really got to put foot in your own ass in order to get this spiritual walk. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people want it to be, they want to be seen as this energy, but this not you. And you're gonna keep walking down this path without the proper protection. And what's going to happen is it's going to catch you up. There's no way to manipulate your way through spirituality. It's just no way. You're just going to get to a point where it's so hard, it's going to snap you. It's going to snap you like a dry twig. And you're going to be like, damn, I didn't know this was going to happen. And they're going to be like, but I thought you was super spiritual. I thought you was ready for this walk. And you're going to be all falling apart right there in front of somebody. Like, that should be real, yo. Like, I'm trying to tell you, you had to really go through this walk, yo. This ain't nothing you could just make up and say you got. Even if you've been hanging around people most of your damn life just to say you're in some part of spirituality, if you do not put the real work in, nothing that you're talking about is actually real. It has to be something potential. And the potential comes from the acts of what you put into yourself. This is going within.
In your head, you're going to have old memories of this, current situations. Like they're just going to be flashing at you. They're just going to be coming real fast. It's how you know you're going into the meditation state. Because the system has to hold you. So you're separating those two things. You know what I mean? So the meditation state is a higher frequency. It's a higher frequency of consciousness. So going into that state, after you leave, after you get into this understanding, and you know you start seeing all these thoughts come. Number three, what's going to happen if you stay focused? If you're still breathing and you're focused and you're going along with this energy, what's going to happen is all the thoughts are going to melt away, and clarity is going to begin. It's going to begin to have like an energy of like if you were just sitting at the beach and there was nobody around and you had your eyes closed and the sun was just on you and you wasn't thinking about nothing. You was like almost sleep and you was like, oh, this is so peaceful. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it would be like that, like the light is on your eyelids and that's all you would see. You wouldn't have a thought. It would just be like the light on your eyelids, but you'll feel that though. You know what I'm saying? You'll feel your thoughts like wash away.
That's like a real dope part of the deep meditation. I ain't going front. Like when you in that actual spot of meditation, you know what I'm saying? Like you get to this point to where, you know what I'm saying, everything washes away and you find this peace, you find this stillness, this serenity. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was having another thought, you know what I mean, before I wanted to say this part, and I will get to it in a second, but that is one of the dopest parts of, the meditation when you go from what like the thoughts actually washing away and you start getting into the actual glow of the meditation, like the light just kind of it takes over everything, even when you got your eyes closed, you know what I'm saying? And then you start to go into the post aspect. But what I wanted to say is, people who deal with real spirituality, you know what I'm saying? Like judgment of another person ain't gonna never bother you because you know your validity is on the work that you put in and you validate yourself. Like there's nobody can tell you nothing about that understanding. Your connection to the divine is solidified at that point. You know what I'm saying? So, this walk is, when people say this walk is a lonely walk, they're saying that because that's a perception. To perceive loneliness is someone looking at it from a standpoint of their mind, right? From how they perceive life. When you are truly in spirituality, you're not alone. You're connected to the force of divinity. So there's not a loneliness. It's just that you are by yourself because literally you have to clear away everything around you. And if you have a partner, right, and your partner, like you have a wife or girlfriend or whatever you're dealing with, you know what I'm saying? Like if you have that, you and your partner can become one person and take this mission together, because it's not the ego that's involved in the aspect. It's not a directional standpoint of controlling that aspect. It's just you and that person being tethered to the divine and rising in those ranks. But automatically, if you're searching for it to be as if it's classifications, like saying I am this or I did this or that, or you're never going to reach it, because that's like the lowest level of spirituality. That's all the way down in the low chakras. So if you're in your low chakras looking at spirituality, you're never going to reach the heights anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just going to be speaking towards the value, lack thereof, the true understanding of it. Let's continue.
And it'll just be that, like that golden light for a moment. And then clarity begins. Clarity starts to come in. You start to see and feel just the moment. You start to feel the presence. You start to feel the essence of that moment. You know what I'm saying? The connection from you and source, divine, at that point starts to feel it. And then what happens in your fourth state, the first pulse wave starts to flow. You start seeing, like, while your eyes are closed, you start seeing like these little like wrinkles. You start seeing, it's like little ones. You know what I'm saying? You'll see them like little ones. You know what I'm saying? And that part is always weird to me, because I get happy when that part comes, because then I know I'm like in that meditation, I can like feel it in my body. Like it's
I ain't gonna front. I did used to get happy. I ain't gonna front. I used to get happy when that part came around, because I'd be like, I see the waves and shit, and it's like my being was in the waves, and it was like I knew how far I can stretch my aura out. So then I would like push my aura past where I was, and I would use my aura as extensions of myself. So like I'm taking my aura and I'm pushing it out miles, right? I'm pushing it out for miles. And then the more you work that actual science, the more you work that actual, and it's a physical thing, because your aura, even though it's unseen, it's a frequency. So it's a physical thing. It's just it's a physical unseen by the naked eye. So I would take that physical and push it out so far to where it became the extensions of my body, like my eyes, my nose, my voice, my hands, my feet, you know what I mean, my heartbeat, all of those things. So I would take and push it out so far. And while I pushed it out so far, you know what I'm saying, like I would use that to see different places, to attach to. And you got to understand, like I don't know if y'all ever seen that movie Donnie Darko. But that movie spoke to something. It spoke to connection. So it showed how there's a water tether in between everybody. That's how they explained it. It was like this water wormhole that was connected to certain times and space and people. So like if I pushed my aura out to certain distances, I knew I was connected to certain people in certain areas, right? So what I would do while I'm that far stretched out is I would take from that wall and I would send my energy towards those individuals, whether it was what I was trying to see they was doing or the intentions they was carrying or whatever. And I would pick up on their frequency. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be able to understand whatever they were doing at that current moment. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't say nothing. I'd just be accurate than a motherfucker. Like, and I'll be like, yo, that's crazy. But you gotta work it. It's not something you could do overnight. So don't be hearing me right now and be like, I've been doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be hearing me right now acting like that you just got it like that, because it don't even work like that. You know what I'm saying? You really got to put the work in, and it took me years to actually get to the point to where I understood that particular understanding. Like it literally took me like 7-8 years before I was able to use the actual auric field itself. Like but besides using it, it's just a protection. You know what I'm saying? So the auric field, like you can send your aura out really far. It'll protect you in some aspects depending on what you think you know. But other than that, like other than that, like I would other than that, I would just keep doing it and keep feeling the walls and seeing how malleable it was according to how I feel with my hands, how I saw things, how I smelt things, how things tasted at that moment. Fasting really helps with that. Like when you fast and you're in that meditation, it helps you use more of your spiritual energy because you're not dependent on your body to give you the nourishment. So now your aura field is actually giving you this particular type of nourishment because you're in that state of mind. Let's continue.
It's better. It's a better feeling than just being in normality. I put it like that. So to be in that meditation state, my body turns on. You know what I'm saying? It feels really good. So after the fourth state, and you start to notice these little meditations. I spoke to it in the last video. Depending on how you are or who you are as a person, different areas in your body gonna, like, your consciousness is gonna naturally focus on these areas, especially if you can get into the meditative state, because it's an alpha mind state. It's an alpha mind state. A lot of people don't have an alpha mind state. A lot of people are beta, delta, you know what I'm saying? And they live in these states. They never experience what it felt like to be at a height of something, you know what I'm saying? Just knowing that you are and I am, you know what I'm saying, at the same time. Like that's something people not really apt to have. So a lot of the knowledge y'all hear me talk about, it's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna push away from it because they're not this. They just not on this level. And it's not a bad thing or good thing. It's just that what they are encountering in their life is only according to the consciousness value that the divine allowed them to deal with. So it doesn't make a particular value for me to even express yay or nay to something that somebody has into contingency with something that I'm saying, because it's what I'm saying, it might not be for them. And that's fine, because there's a lot of things in the world that's not for people. But I'm not judgmental, so I'm not gonna go around telling somebody where they said something stupid at, or if they did something. Like, you'll never hear me say, yo, this person, or my point of view towards somebody, because what they doing, that's they walk. You know what I'm saying? And for me to interfere with divine and that, I'm wrong for that. You know what I'm saying? Divine plants the seeds how you want to, and they grow. And ultimately, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna always have a tree that's gonna look towards the bigger trees and be like, oh, them trees ain't. So I don't really get involved in all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll never hear me talk about somebody's particular whatever. I won't even hint or even try to seed drop or allude to the value. Like, I'm not even like that. I fall back, especially when I see that type of energy starting to exist. I don't want no smoke because you got to deal with that anyway. So, what, like I'm saying, I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna bring incremental 6, incremental 7, incremental 8. We're gonna keep doing this, and I'm gonna keep dropping more. So y'all stay tuned. Anyway, after you get out of the fourth state and the pulses start, you start seeing the pulses with you. This is all when your eyes closing. You know what I'm saying? When you start seeing the pulses, you get into this state where the pulses actually start growing. I love this state right here because this is like when all the pulses come together. This is like when you start seeing them all literally come together in one circle, and they'll start pulsing right around you. You'll feel it just pulse around, and you'll pulse around. It's been times I've meditated, and this is the only reason why I added colors to that. It's been times.
Yo, I ain't gonna even front, yo. That part right there is like super dope to me because it's literally when you're leaving this dimension in the physical body, it's like you're lifting your spirit out of your body and you're taking it right into the ether. So when you go into the ether is a lake in between space. It's like the giant ocean in between space. So like you go into there, and when those waves are actually you being able to lift your head up in the ether. You know what I'm saying? That's where like the connection to the divine starts coming in at. It's like you're right there. Like you might be like down the way from the divine, but you literally in the ether of creation. You know what I'm saying? You're in it. You're in between space and time. So it's like where you're at in space, in your world, you're literally phasing through physical. You're phasing through physicality and you're coming into the ether. And then when you start to get into the ether, the waves start pulsing. It's like you're literally slowly removing your spiritual energy and placing it in the etheric water. So then you start to rise in the etheric water the more you meditate, and your head starts to come above the surface of the etheric water. So this is the symbolic you start to see the waves pulse around your head. You know what I mean? So eventually you start to stick your head out of the ether. And that's when things start to get different because you start to absorb divine energy, yo. Like, don't let me hold you right now. Try to show you something. You already know the vibes. Yo, it's crazy, yo. Like, I ain't gonna hold y'all, yo. Let's keep going.
Times where I've meditated and I've actually seen colors that I can't explain. You know what I mean? I've meditated and I'm deaf in my left ear. I've meditated and I've heard music that people who was around me could not hear. You know what I'm saying? And I would start crying. They'd be like, yo, why you crying? I'd be like, y'all don't hear that music? You don't hear that? It's like it's some of the most magnificent sounds. And I don't even know. I read about it after, like years later, I learned about what that is, and only far and few between people get a chance to tap into that divine energy. You know what I'm saying? So I've been able to have accesses to certain things like that, and people would watch me go through this emotional breakdown while I'm experiencing something that I don't know what I'm experiencing. So to reach that height, and you can do it constantly, things happen if you can raise the chrism. You know what I mean? Things happen when you raise the chrism, and everybody don't know about that because they don't know what that is. They're not even taught that. They just think it's a physical thing to you, but they looking at it. Well, I'm not gonna even get into that, all right? But for the most part, after you get into this and the waves start pulsing out and they get into the circle or whatever, you get into a calm state. This is the last state. This is number 6. You get into that calm state and it locks in. And when it locks in, it's just pulsing one giant circle right around you, and you feel yourself connected to the divine at that point. And it's like messages are coming through, like straight downloads coming in. Like it's about a whole bunch of things. Just it depends on how blocked you are not. If you're blocked, you're gonna miss a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? But if you got clarity in all your chakras and your body's aligned with the natural orders of things, you grounded, divine gonna talk to you. You know what I'm saying? It just happens like that. This is the distraction aspect, though. You could be in this meditation state and you feel this whole circle pulse around you. You feel it. You good. The focus meditation is in play at that point. You know what I'm saying? You're in full focus. But then you hear something. Somebody makes a sound, the door open. You know what I'm saying? Somebody drops something. Somebody call you or whatever. Out of the blue. Somebody focusing on your energy, thinking about you, sending negative thoughts at you. Pop! And they try to break it to your meditation because they don't. And like, why not give it to the people who they walk? You know what I'm saying? And for me to interfere with divine, and that I'm wrong. They'll literally come together in one circle and they'll start posting right around your. Y'all don't hear that music? You don't hear that? Isn't only far and few between people get a chance to tap into that divine energy. You know what I'm saying? So I've been able to have accesses to certain things, and you can do it constantly. Things happen if you can raise the chrism. You know what I mean? Things happen when you raise the chrism, and everybody don't know about that because they don't know what that is. They're not even taught that. They just think it's a physical thing to you, but they looking at it. Well, I'm not gonna even get into that, all right? But for the most part, after you get into this and the waves start pulsing out and they get into the circle or whatever, you get into a calm state. This is the last state. This is number 6. You get into that calm state and it locks in. And when it locks in, it's just pulsing one giant circle right around you, and you feel yourself connected to the divine at that point. And it's like messages are coming through, like straight downloads coming in. Like it's about a whole bunch of things. Just it depends on how blocked you are not. If you're blocked, you're gonna miss a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? But if you got clarity in all your chakras and your body's aligned with the natural orders of things, you grounded, divine gonna talk to you. You know what I'm saying? It just happens like that. This is the distraction aspect, though. You could be in this meditation state and you feel this whole circle pulse around you. You feel it. You good. The focus meditation is in play at that point. You know what I'm saying? You're in full focus. But then you hear something. Somebody makes a sound, the door open. You know what I'm saying? Somebody drops something. Somebody call you or whatever. Out of the blue. Somebody focusing on your energy, thinking about you, sending negative thoughts at you. Pop!
That's what I tried to do. I tried to stop it at that point so I can explain that, narrate that aspect right there. But I messed around and pressed the red and it kind of took me back. But anyway, That's what people be doing. Like, people don't understand when they speak about you in different places or they speak your name with intention, especially if you're a high spiritual being, you're gonna pick up on it. You're gonna know. Like, this shit is electricity. Like, this how you know sneaky motherfuckers be around, yo, and they ain't worth the shit. You know what I mean? But they ain't gonna never stand on they bullshit because they low budget liars and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and manipulators. So they don't be they just think they can get away with just saying whatever they want for the rest of their life. And that's not even the truth. Like, you pick up on all these frequencies. You pick up on it all the time. And then it's like, dang. You know what I mean? If you was to ever just drop what you know they do right in front of them, they gonna shit on themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because they like, how you know this? How do you know all this? Don't worry about how I know. I just know. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really like I said, when Devon started showing me stuff, he was like, remove the emotional aspect of it. Take the emotions out of it, and I'll show you everything. So I just started doing that for myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I was able to see more, like, just started seeing more, seeing more, seeing more, seeing more. And I'm like, dang, yo, people that you thought you can trust, people that you care for, people that you love, people that you put in different places, people that you deal with, they be right behind your back talking cash shit about you. They wait for themselves to get the opportunity to act like they powerful in some type of way. Oh, I got this, or I did this, or this person acting like this. Like, people be wrapped in the ego so tight, it be burrito style. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people be just wrapped around ego like you done squeeze the bread around it just to make it mold around whatever that shit is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you done clay mold that ass around some concept. Like, people are so shallow, and they think that shallow way of being is the way to be. People believe being shallow and mundane is actually cool. And if you pay close attention, you hear people talking about materialistic value. You hear them talking about their control aspect. You hear them talking about things that has nothing to do with spirituality, but yet they gain an audience for the mundane. And if you are naturally attracted to these things, it speaks to the things inside of you that you deal with, that you're attracted to, that you possibly don't tell nobody about. You know what I'm saying? This is the world we go into. Like, there's not gonna be no secrets that can be hid in this world. It's always gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? Your best bet is just to be real with yourself. You know what I'm saying? To be truthful. And if you can't be truthful, then it's going to come out and when you least expect it, because you got to stop hiding shit. Divine will never accept you as being a liar. Divine will never accept you as being a liar. You will never come up in the ether and get no downloads as being a liar. You'll keep going through these mazes of dream aspects. You'll keep popping up in these different worlds where you see people familiar to you, and the messages are coming mixed. You know what I'm saying? They're already mixed anyway when they come from the universe, because they flip upside down and then they reflect in the mirror. So you get the reverse upside down version of the message. And you think you be talking truth, but nobody can get Divine's message, because Divine will not allow you to get that close until you unwind yourself. You're like a braid that's twisted. You know what I'm saying? Like, you twist all the hairs and then braid it together. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how people's mentality is. They're all twisted up. So until you unravel yourself and stop lying to your concept of reality, Divine ain't gonna let you in the door in the first place. Naga. Let's get back to it.
And they try to break it to your meditation because they don't think you know. But Divine with me, so Divine let me know everything. It's all good. See you, but I don't see you. It breaks into your meditation, and it'll like crumple in like, like it'll just crumple in. You be like, yo, what's that? I'm losing focus. That's the system pulling you. You know what I'm saying? Like, some weaker vessels, weaker people are controlled by the system. People who are weak in the spirit, you can tell they controlled by the system, because you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna do everything systematically. They're gonna throw shots. They're gonna say negative things. They're gonna put negative energy into the universe. That's just what they do, because they're weaker energies. A solid energy is a person who can stand in the energy or the creation how Divine sent you. And you can stand that being you. You don't have to verse nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because you know Divine is walking with you. So it's the strength and that value of knowing who you are. The problem with the people in this world is they forgot who they are. I'm already on 11. Let me fall back before I lose this time. You already know the vibes. I appreciate y'all letting me do this. Stay tuned. I'm going to bring more to y'all. Naga.
You already know the vibes. That was pretty dope right there. You know what I'm saying? I think we only had 30 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and do number 6. Let me change the title. Incrementals 5 and 6. I'm gonna go ahead and do 5 and 6. Cause that was short, but it was on point. And I be talking so fast sometimes, yo. Like I get into it, so I get into the energy so much or whatever. You know what I mean? So we gonna go ahead and jump into number 6 because all right, hold on. Oh man, really? Come on, yo. Don't do me like that. They gonna make me go all the way back. All right, that's cool. Dang. It shouldn't take us that long to get down there. The thing be, I gotta scroll all the way down because like so many, and it don't want to move as fast as I like it to. Right. So we gotta let it load up and then get there. How we get there. Like if you can see what I mean, I don't even know if it's still sharing. It should be showing. Yeah, all right, yeah. So you see what I'm doing. I gotta actually get it to go down there. But it doesn't move as fast. It like takes its little sweet time or whatever. So and the only reason why I wanted to go ahead and do 2 this morning because I was gonna do another one last night and I didn't. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna do it now. Come on. See, it's still got the little weight on me real quick. See, I got me waiting. To be acting like it's ready. Those scrolls, I did those scrolls a long time ago, yo. Like, oh my God, I've been dropping jewels for so long, yo. Like, this walk has been a long road, yo. It's not, something that just happened overnight or a group or whatever that just kind of gave me nah. I've been walking it and living it myself for a very long time. You know what I'm saying? And literally going through different attributes. I remember when I was in high school, I was a 5%er. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to be with the 5% boys and all that. And, my homeboy was, into certain things. And my mom was a Jehovah's Witness. And, my family, I think they were Baptists. And I think my grandfather was a Baptist. I believe. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that because I don't really remember. But I had so many different spiritual people in my family, and for me, it was like just having a clear understanding on what it is what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? Like, I'm going to church. I'm like, why? Why you going there for? You gonna come with me? Come on. I don't want to go, y'all. I used to be like, I don't want to go. Y'all don't do nothing but yell and be sitting there for a long time, and then we get to eat food when it's over and stuff. When I was a kid, I really didn't understand what the point was. You know what I'm saying? Like, so look, it's still taking this little sweet time. Come on, yo. Why they playing with me right now? Like this what I be talking about, yo. They want to do this right here. Like, and there's nothing stopping it from doing it, like from loading up. It's just being stupid. And it don't never take that long, yo. It really don't. But, you know, it be the system watching me cook and the system be like, we're gonna stop him. Dun, dun, dun. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyway, so yeah, I learned from different attributes, and then people would contradict themselves all the time. Like, you know what I mean? You like, what are you talking about? Like, that don't even make sense according to what you said. And how do you know that's this? That sounds like a conversation somebody's having that they're rearranging. Like, when I heard the book the first time and I started listening to how they would say certain things, my mind automatically took me to somebody removing parts of the story out of the way. It just made me feel like these stories wasn't direct truths. You know what I'm saying? They were truths that was created to balance out some indifferent for somebody's perception of the value. You could tell they were using it opposed to letting it just be what it was, right? So, so I'm actually doing three things right now. I'm playing this like game while I'm waiting for this to upload. I'm headshotting everybody. It got Neo from the Matrix in it. It's called Agent Hunt or something like that. While I'm sitting there waiting for this to load, and it's still, y'all see it's still spinning. Like, I don't know why it's retarded its whole life. Like, this John's stupid, yo. You would think, right? You would think that it'll be whatever, but come on, yo. 11:22 on the clock. Let's see what that means in those angel numbers in 1 second. Headshot. Headshot. Let's see what 11:22 is. Sitting there bullshitting with the damn with this upload. 11:22 is a symbol to stand strong in your contributions. Trust yourself in the process of loving someone else and being loved, no matter how it may look right now. Yeah, I ain't gonna front. I want some love in my life. I want some love in my life. I ain't gonna front, yo. I want some love in my life, but as far as my position, my homeboy was telling me that last night. He was like, "Yo, just stay strong. You never know what divine gonna send you." And I'm like, I'm not even the hardest person to get along with. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of situations I was in, somebody could have just apologized and stood on some shit, and we probably would have still been together today. But people are most likely they're self-serving, and they lie and they manipulate, and they just can't be truthful. So they'll keep doing that because they can't stand on their own truth. You know what I'm saying? They just keep digging a hole, which makes everything look worse than what it is, when the fact that they're doing this to hide the fact that they were fucking up from the beginning. But I'm very open for love. I'm a person that can conversate. I'm a person you can come to. I'm a person that somebody can depend on. I always stand on my word, and I've always been like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm soft on the inside. I might be a little rough on the outside, but I'm very soft on the inside, and I understand how to transmute my love in the right places. But is that appreciated by individuals? Um is that taken care of? Is that nurtured by anybody? For the most part, it don't be. You know what I'm saying? People are like they're more nervous about being true. And I ain't never seen a time like this that we're living in today. Like, how people are so afraid just to be, you know what I'm saying, in that space. It's like you carry everything you went through in your whole entire life, and now everybody is responsible for your choices and your actions that you fucked up on. You believe that was great for you, so now you're angry because you made wrong decisions. No, every decision that didn't work out for me, I personally got better at. I would say, well, you know what, this didn't work. I'm going to love the next person that much more harder. I'm going to take care of the next person that much more better. I'm going to be there for that next person that's much more better. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to sit there and let my life get ripped to shreds by a tiger or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to be, toilet paper all over the streets. Like, that's not going to happen. So I have no problem walking away because I love myself and I know whatever circumstance I'm in, I'm going to do the best and the right choices by the individual. So if there is a possibility that you have to walk away, you have nothing to feel bad about. You have nothing to say, well, I should or could have did this. No, you did everything right. They just didn't appreciate you. So you can easily leave with no issue. You know what I'm saying? But people who don't do that, they have a problem with separating. They have a problem with letting go because they know they didn't do right in the first place. You know what I'm saying? That's why people be holding on just to be holding on. It can be a conversation. It can be an argument. It can be anything. Most people can't let go of a circumstance because they know they messed up in the first place. And now you want to save face or make it worse because you didn't get a chance to end it how you wanted to or whatever have you. I don't even walk around like that. I don't look to hurt nobody. I don't look to, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't live like that. I live to give the best experience possible. Whether that's love, information, divine understanding, divine guide, whatever it is, I look to do that at its best ability. I don't know why this shit ain't acting like it want to give me what I wanted to give me right now. Come on, what are you doing? It's almost like making me feel like I'm about to start it over or whatever. Let me see. Because I did back out and back in. I'll go there. All right, hold on 1 second. I'm still here. Just let me reconnect this once again. Maybe it'll allow me to get there faster. You can bear with me. We're gonna do 6. But trying to upload for some reason. This shit is acting retarded. And I can screen share once again. It shouldn't take that long. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. Page unresponsive. Yeah, there we go. All right, now we're back down here to the second scroll again. And it should let me do what I need to do now because we're here pretty fast. Maybe they'll give me what I want. Give me what I want. I'll go ahead and see if I can share this screen real quick. We can get back to number 7. Number 6. Because each class is different times. Like, you know what I'm saying? It might be a little over, because at the time I was using my phone. This is like the only thing I had to really record on or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, and then I don't have the proper computer to do what I want to do because I like to edit, you know what I'm saying, and get the artwork aspect all in there. So I wasn't able to do that with this computer. This computer is kind of whack. It's kind of like a phone, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just a big phone at the end of the day. So I can make calls on my computer and everything like a phone, you know what I mean? But and it takes apps, like it takes apps and games and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? And some stuff it won't allow it to take. But for the most part, I can't even get some of the apps that I like to use to edit with. So it's like it blocks me from certain things and then it allows me to do other things, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, this computer kind of sucks. But I'm happy for it. I'm happy that I have this and it's better than nothing. I'll use it until I have the opportunity to do more. Come on, man. What are you doing? At least give me the computer unresponsive thing so we can move past that. Come on, man. There it is. There's the unresponsive. Come on. Come on. Come on. Now get off. There we go. Thank you. Did what I wanted to do. All right, so this should take me at least to, let me see. Oh, that's 20, so that should be fine. It should have no problem going down now. So we should be right there now. It shouldn't take us. When I get here, it's like it only has a few left. It's like the last 20 of them. So, and I'm on number 6 right now. So it's like 14. Um, and it's not dancing. It's not doing like the crazy spinning and all that. So just bear with me. We about to get there right now. So it's giving me the extra to deal with. Like it's always giving me the extra, like for the most part. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, but even when I was doing this, yo, I would have like dreams, yo. Like it'll be the craziest dreams, and I knew people was sending negative energy and negative thoughts and all that. Like I would pick up on them. I would see the person how they look when they're thinking all, and I would like, and Devon be like, "Yo, just be cool," and I'd be like, "But why? I want to say something." Devon be like, "Just be cool, because it ain't your fight. They think they slick. You know what I'm saying? I need you to get this download." And then I ran into this story. It was an old story, and it was talking about how the first set of individuals was being stripped from their divine access, right? And they were blind, deaf, and dumb to these things that took place. And when they came out of the whatever was happening, they were completely wiped clean. So it was sent higher beings that was sent to, there it is. They sent higher beings to come in and uh within a short period of time help them get everything back that literally took them hundreds and hundreds of years to obtain, right? So this was the deep part about it, because it was like, damn, it took us literally, so many years to actually rise to that comfortably, right? And then out of those years of rising, we had to do it in like a third of that time. You know what I'm saying? And the divine conversation was based off, anything is possible with divine energy. Just believe that what's in there will awaken again. And a lot of people had doubts, and that doubt started causing turmoil towards how we would wake up towards these particular values. And that's what happened. Like it got real weird. So yeah, I ain't gonna tally on about this, but let's get into incremental science 6 real quick, and then we'll end out this class for the day. Okay, it should be popping up, right? Where are you? What are you doing? What you doing? What you doing? Come on in. Yeah, it likes to do dumb shit sometimes. There we go. Yeah, all right. Incremental science 6.
Grand Rising. How everybody doing? Naga. About to get into this incremental 6. I just recorded a video on some vibes I was feeling. So I gotta upload that. I gotta edit it and upload it, but I might as well. I said, yo, I ain't gonna jump on that right now. This will take too much time. So I'm gonna go ahead and do 2. So I can edit 2 at a time, upload 2 at a time, and be better in the cycle. You already know the vibe. So incremental science 6. This one is going to specify on the surrounding attacks to your consciousness, and combining your subconscious with your higher conscious. All right, let's get started.
Uh-oh. Let's go. Let's go.
This illustration speaks to the
Before I get into any of this or whatever, right, I wanted to say the artwork is placed at a distance, right? It's like so far back. You know what I'm saying? Like it's from a distance from the camera. So you can't really see it the way I wanted to see. I want you to see it. But if you want to see the artwork, I got so many I have it what they call the oh goodness. I have the time lapse videos. I created time lapse videos for everything that I did. So those are in my shorts. You just got to go down and look. It's funny to even say that shit there in my shorts. They're in the shorts on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you got to go through the shorts to see the time lapse, and then you can see the artwork up close because it does look a lot better on a closer value. It's just so far from a distance, it's hard to really see it. You know what I mean? So anyway, let's get into this um, incremental science 6.
to the value of being in full control of your mind, being in your Zen state, being in your highest consciousness. And when this takes place and you're feeling good within yourself, expect this. Expect a lot of he say, she say, why this, why that. Expect you don't get this, you don't get that, you don't have this, you don't have that. I. You got me. He don't know anything. He don't know what he's talking about. You not right. Look at me. Look at me. You're gonna have that. You're gonna have all this in the world.
And that's what people are still dealing with today. Like people got so much hate inside them. That's all they can say. And it speaks to where your mind is actually placed at in the universe. Automatically, you would have other things to talk about if that's not the level you was on. So this is why I don't even really get in the mix too much with people and they bullshit because I know most people don't know what they be talking about because this be the things that they say. You know what I mean? Oh, this person don't got that. This person's not this. This person. You're only talking about mundane materialistic value. So it doesn't explain anything. It literally explains lack thereof of what you know about anything. You know what I'm saying? So there's no need to even get mixed up in the value. It shows you the separate hemispheres of the mind that a person is using or has access to. And the aggression to how they speak towards certain hemispheres of the mind shows you how strong they are on just that one understanding. So yeah, whatever.
Or you have all these all around you. Somebody did this to me. This happened. You're gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, who cares? Your job is to stay in this state. Is to stay aligned. Stay aligned with your higher consciousness. I think I did a pretty dope illustration on that. I actually like this illustration. I was like, yo, you did this with markers. It's like, my art skills. I'm an artist anyway, so my art skills be just showing out sometimes, but I thought that was pretty dope. Right? And to stay in this higher consciousness, this is gonna happen in a badger. People are gonna come at you in so many different ways. It's gonna be people who are close to you. It's gonna be friends, family. Misery literally loves company. It loves to be in some form of a conjunction with higher energy because it's a lower energy. You know what I'm saying? That lower energy has to find a way to pull itself up. So its existence is spiraling down. That's just what it is. So everything has to drain out with it. It's like water going down the drain. Okay, so learning to stay in your highest mind when everything is at your energy. Learning to stay in your highest mind when everything is at your energy. Learning to stay in your highest mind when everything is at your energy. Incremental science 6, balance the higher and lower minds. What do I mean by this concept? You have your consciousness and your subconscious. Normally, when you're in your conscious mind, you're regular, you know what I'm saying? You're not in your Zen state and you're going through your everyday. All this right here is going to affect you in a certain way. As soon as somebody comes, you'll be like, you know what I'm saying? You'll see the effect. And you know what? I was laughing last night because I was telling somebody like, yo, I was going to do the illustration with the face looking distraught too, like from everything. But I was like, yeah, that's too much. I ain't about to do all that. But for the most part, when you're not in your Zen state, all this stuff that's around you, you know what I'm saying, from whatever aspect, it starts to affect you. And you carry all these energies. These are actual tangible energies like wind. Even though you can feel wind, you can't really see it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how these energies are. It's like you can feel it and you can't really see it, but it'll land on you like a shirt. And you don't even know it's on you. You'll even feel a little heavier. But if you've been carrying a lot of negative weight your whole life, you don't feel no different. You're used to carrying it. So you're gonna bring that wherever you go. And then people are gonna be looking at you like you're crazy because you think you're acting normal when in fact you're carrying all this stuff that the world brought to you. So it's imperative to stay in your Zen state mind. This illustration right here speaks to the subconscious for me, because the subconscious for me is like an alien mind. You know what I'm saying? Like I look at the subconscious as an alien mind because the subconscious can do different stuff. Like it does stuff that you have that you're not aware of. Like the subconscious tells you tired. It tells you hungry. You know what I'm saying? It tell you different stuff that you're not just thinking on the flesh. And you don't never sit down and say, but who told me that? Why do I feel hungry? Why am I saying I'm hungry? Like who's telling me to say I'm hungry inside of this? Who's telling me inside of this that I'm tired? What's I'm tired if it's not you? Your subconscious is deep, you know what I'm saying? Like how you feel and see things on a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? Like the subconscious is deep. So this is the illustration for that. My illustration for the subconscious. So inside the mind, I believe the subconscious is its own entity and it's powerful in itself, and it connects via frequency wave outside the mind. So if you can see here, I have where was it at? La 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 la. I thought I put it. I did put it in there. Hold on, so it comes out the mind. So I use this star here, or I see the purple star inside. Subsequently, the value connection from that point to the outer point would be the outside of the mind here, and circularization, or you know, it was a visual. It was a visual feed for me. It was visually like, yo, that's kind of dope because you can conjunct those two, like one is in and one is out. So basically,
ultimately, the explaining point was that the fact of the value is that you have another living consciousness inside of you that actually takes different differentiated values to your physical world. So majority of the time when you don't have the cognitive understanding to deal with your surroundings, another frequency kicks in to give you an overdose of thoughts. So therefore you can continue with whatever particular understanding that you're dealing with. But ultimately what happens is, you know what I mean, you're unaware of this and you think everything is you. You know what I mean? But it's imperative to separate this understanding and actually merge these energies into one. It's almost like fusion, you know what I'm saying? So you end up fusing these frequencies together to become a more mightier frequency. But until you learn to comprehend what that actually is, you're not going to be able to do that. You know what I mean? You're just going to be jumping back and forth in between yourself to other spaces. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's deep about that. Let's keep going.
the subconscious mind in the mind, the subconscious and the conscious, as above, so below. So majority of the time, it goes back to the idea of the torus field and the universal torus field, the main torus field, and the physical torus field. Same concept. If you're not in line with one is going the other way, and one is going the opposite direction. So in this aspect, this is more of a stable, pinned down way to align yourself with the truth. And this is how you know it's your truth, because the subconscious is leading you the right way all the time. The subconscious is putting you in the right direction. It's not on like, you know what I'm saying? And if you do got one of those subconsciouses, it's like, yo, do something wrong with you. I don't know. You got to work it out, do some shadow work, sage, stand in some crystal light. I don't know, something. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the subconscious always should guide you right. This is the mind that tells you when you're going somewhere, it's like, yo, stop, don't go there. And you like, something telling me not to go. I don't want to go. It's that mind. You know what I'm saying? Something telling you, that mind is always telling you to to watch out for negative things, like depending on how well you focus on your first thought, you know what I'm saying? Because your first thought be that thing it guides you when you're young. It's like, yo, go get that. And you're like, I don't know. It's like I should have took my first thought, yeah, because it was trying to put you in your power. You know what I'm saying? It was training you from a kid. Like even though, you know what I'm saying, in most situations you don't have the right delegation around you, like the right parent system or the right role models or whatever. You know what happens? The higher mind steps in, because the higher mind don't need nobody outside of it to guide it for what it is. Divine don't make no mistakes. People do. And people always want to jump in the way of divine and say, hey, let me show you. No, divine is telling you I got you. But when you start allowing other things to come in between you and the creation, which is yourself, then ultimately you miss out on the value what divine has for you. You see what I'm saying? And your subconscious mind is always guiding you. When people go against their mind because they want to satisfy their flesh, these people who dove into their physical Taurus field, you were so into your reptilian brain, you were so angry, you were so this, you were so that, and you needed to get your point across. You had to have the last word. You had to go out there and make somebody feel some pain, some revenge, or whatever. All this energy that you cultivate within yourself without doing the right thing that divine has for you. Naga. It's the problem with people. You know what I'm saying? But then you wonder why things don't work right with you. You're not listening to this. It's sleep inside you. Your subconscious mind is sleep. And you like, well, if I can't attain it physically, then it must be not real. You're oblivious to the real reality of divine. Because the only thing you're thinking about is the physical connection to anything, or how you impress your energy on something. That's outside value. Most people never heard of oneness in yourself. Being one in yourself. And when you're in that energy, you give off that energy. People don't have to hear you say that you one in yourself. They can feel it from miles and miles away. They can feel it. You already know the vibes, though. It's Incremental Science 6. Let me process this and upload it and bring it to y'all real quick. You already know the vibes. I hope this helped y'all. You know, if it did do anything for you, you know, the information is always in the description. Like, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Share it. You know, like I said before, the information is always in the description. If what I'm doing for you brings you some value and you want to show your love. Naga, deuces. On to the next one.
Yeah, that was dope. So yeah, that speaks to a lot right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and these videos right here, these shits is like over a year old, man. Like when I did them, and the concepts, I did them even longer than that, because I wrote it out and all that before I started talking about it. And I was able to simplify what I was talking about in small increments. You know what I'm saying? That's how Incremental Science, the name, actually came into fruition. And I actually typed it up and looked through the web to find out if it existed before I actually did it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I know everything I'm doing is original. You know what I mean? Some of the concepts I'm speaking of have been spoken about through the past, you know what I'm saying, from other scholars and stuff like that. But I'm speaking it in my way, you know, and a little bit more tangible to the universal concept and how divine showed it to me, horizontal to the way I'm living, right? So you have to take these understandings and use this knowledge to try to work it out for yourself. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm just trying to show you something. You already know the vibes. Naga.
Hey. With the affirmations to enjoy your day with. I am who masters me. I embody mastery. Naga's rising cavalry. The netters are my batteries. I got my discipline. My source comes from within. Root chakra grounded in the cosmos, so infinite. Nagas through my veins. Currencies flow through ligaments. Another netter instrument. Manifest me dividends. I'm on my mastery. Self-doubt is blasphemy. I'm the God I ask for me, connected to my astral dream. I summon other beings, all facets of me. Magician part my meaning. My purpose is the alchemy. I am numero uno, Raishi on my mind, Lion's Mane, big on sumo, Babalao aligned with Pluto. We kick back like we judo, Carmen licks back from Pluto. Heart on a feather, that represents my new growth. Trusting me is crucial, the God in me a do show. I'm bigger than your economics, politics, and Google. My omnipresence is the true show, all the world is stage. Allow my authentic self to be the sage. Fumigating parasites all up in my space. Cause I am who masters me, I embody mastery. I'm bigger than indoctrinations, Naga's rising cavalry. I am who masters me, I embody mastery. I'm bigger than the situation, Nettas are my battery. I am who masters me, I embody mastery. Naga's rising cavalry, the Nettas are my battery.